So I've been watching all these videos and people talking about why the modern NBA sucks. So I figured, heck, you know what? Let me do a video and give my own 2 cents about it. Okay. First of all, man, one of the main reason why it sucks, okay, is you can't play any defense. Okay. I don't know who the heck is making these decisions. Okay, but they've decided that to put everything in favor of the offense. Okay. You can't guard anybody. Okay. You can't put a body on anybody. You can't touch anybody. You can't put a thumb on anybody. You breathe on somebody, man. You getting a foul because your breath smelled. You didn't brush your teeth this morning. You getting a foul. Okay. It's disgusting. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these guys who want this situation like we had maybe back in the day in the 70s or whatever, where they're just hitting dude in the jaw, knocking people out and all that. I don't want that. But I want dudes to be able to play tough physical defense. Okay. You can't guard anybody. You can't do anything. You can't touch anybody. You can't breathe on these dudes now. Okay. Of course they're scoring. You got guys in NBA games scoring 60, 70, 80 points because it's so easy to friggin' score. Okay. Nobody's allowed to guard these dudes. Okay. You can't even do hand checking. Like, what is this What is this garbage? No hand checking. What kind of slop is that? You can't hand check somebody. Like, come on, dude. Then it stinks. It stinks. I don't even watch the NBA anymore, man. It's just so freaking boring. It's more exciting when you got good defense. Dudes are playing good, solid defense, and the guys, you got one guy. Maybe he's going up there scoring on 3 or 4 guys, or he's passing the ball and somebody's getting a dunk or a layup or a 3-point or whatever. It's an achievement because the defense is so good and they actually playing tough defense. Now, who cares? It's not exciting for somebody to drive to the hole and dunk because nobody's allowed to put a body on this dude. Okay, nobody's playing any defense. It's just boring. They just let dudes just waltz and dudes just moonwalking. They moonwalk to the basket, man. And they just they're shooting threes after three after three, and you can't do anything. It's boring. Okay. Then this stupid zone garbage. When you can play zone, it just stinks, man. It's just really boring. Okay. I can't watch it. The only time they do play a little defense now is the playoffs. Okay. That's the only time I watch. And I don't even watch all of them. I used to watch a ton of playoff games. And I just watch one here and there. It's just boring. Okay. And all these guys, oh, this guy's so good. He's so great. And you hear these talking heads, these dudes on these sports channels. Yeah, well, the game has evolved and the players are so much better now. Nah, dude, they ain't so much better. Nobody's playing any defense on them. You took a lot of these guys here that's going out there having these big games, and you put them back in the 80s and 90s, them dudes probably score half the points, if that. Okay? If you really played some solid defense on a lot of these dudes, you'll find out these dudes are not all that great. That's just my opinion. Okay? Also, another thing as to why the game stinks now. Okay? There's no identity to these teams, man. Yes, you had guys who got traded. Yes, you had guys who left in free agency. But at the same time, the core of the team stayed there. Michael Jordan played most of his career with the Bulls, okay? And he wanted to go back and play. He wanted to play again, at least 1 or 2 more seasons. Bulls management was just so goofy. And I say goofy. They were just so goofy. They want to prove that they could do it without them. We don't want Phil Jackson back. We don't want Mike back. Nah, we want to break it down, tear it apart, so we're going to show you can do it ourselves. Okay. Patrick Ewing spent most of his career with the same team. Yes, he did later on ask for a trade, but he spent most of his career with the Knicks. John Starks most of his career with the Knicks. Larry Bird, most of his career with the same team. Magic Johnson, all his career with the same team. Okay, most of these dudes stayed with the same team. Most of them. I ain't saying every last one, but most of these star players, they stayed with the same team most of their career. John Stockton, Karl Malone, same team. Most of their career. Okay, I know Karl Malone went to the Lakers like the last season or 2 or whatever of his career, but he spent most of his career with the Utah Jazz. Okay, most of these elite players stayed with the same freaking team, and they gave the team an identity. Okay, now you got LeBron going all over the place. Kevin Durant, this guy going over here, that guy going over there. And like I said, back in the day, they treat role players going from team to team and stuff like that. But your core of your team usually stayed a couple of seasons, man. Now these teams have no identity. There's no identity to these teams, and I think that makes it less interesting. That's my personal opinion. That it makes it a lot lot less interesting than it used to be. Now another thing, okay, dude, the 3-point shot. I love 3-pointers. I love to see people hit 3-pointers. But you know what? If you hitting them constantly, they're not that big of a deal because you constantly hitting them. I'm not against dudes making 3-pointers. I love 3-pointers. Man, can we mix it up a little bit? They're not just that, okay? Back in the day, you had teams that would drive to the hole. They'll post up around the basket. They'll drive, okay? They'll shoot some medium range shots. Then you had like one or two guys on the team that would hit threes. Great. Now, dude, all they want to do is shoot 500 threes and just score around the baskets. It's boring, man. It's very boring, and it's like they don't care. Another thing I tell you, the fundamentals of the game are just bad now. I'm not going to sit here and say that it wasn't a superstar or two in the past, who didn't get away with double dribbling or traveling sometimes. It happened to some every now and then, okay? But every once in a while, they would still occasionally call those guys for that, okay? Yeah. I even saw them call Jordan a few times for that. So now, dude, I watch a few games where it's like you guys literally running like 5 or 7 steps with the ball before they dribble. Okay, you got dudes dribbling, then they slide all in another direction. Like, wait, what the heck is that? What is that crap? Okay, you got dudes talking about crab dribbles. No, dude, that ain't no crab dribbles, dude. Come on, man, call this mess. And they're not calling it. They're not calling this crap. Okay, the fundamentals are gone, man. You got dudes doing all kind of double dribbling, traveling, and just all kind of garbage going on. Like I don't even know what some of this slop they be doing. I don't know, man. The game to me just stinks. It's not interesting to me. They keep trying to change the rules to keep focusing on offense. Here's the thing, okay. I like offense, man. It's fun seeing offense, but you know what? Balance it out, okay? Offense and defense, okay? It's more exciting when you have high-scoring games and dudes are playing good, solid defense, okay? Not you having high-scoring games because you've shifted everything in terms of the offense when nobody can play defense on these dudes, and then you just let them get away with everything. I don't know. To me, it stinks. I'm not interested in it anymore. Like I said, I watch a game here and now because of the playoffs. But beyond that, I think it's just boring. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wonder how many of these dudes are actually on steroids, man. I think they need to do some more steroid testing and get these dudes out of here. I saw something where somebody was talking about, back in the day, these dudes was on drugs in the 80s. But it's like, okay, how many of these dudes are doing steroids now? Okay, let's be honest. I don't know. Modern day NBA stinks to me. I don't care what nobody says. It's boring. It's uninteresting. It's just boring. It stinks. Okay. At some point, I hope we get whoever's running the NBA. We kick their butts out of there, and we get some people there who actually want to put defense back in there, put the fundamentals back in there, and try and discourage these dudes from team hopping every 2 or 3 seasons because it's boring. Okay. That's just my thoughts, man, as to why the NBA stinks.